Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at Coffeehouse Folk. Brian, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Nick. Thanks everybody who's coming to watch us. This has been a fun little thing we're putting together. And in other news, I put together some mugs that have our little logo that I developed. We're going to be having those up for grabs if anybody wants one. They are almost ready. They're almost in production, but we're excited to do normally we've had other people with us, like a third musician with us. Today we're just you're stuck with Nick and I. So
right.
We're gonna dig a little deeper today and do our little thing. Maybe
That's
get
right.
some deep tracks in there. But anyways, let's get this ship rolling, Nick. How about it?
My pleasure. Great to be here. My thanks as well to our ace technician behind the curtain, Brandon O'Sullivan, who's making sure we sound good and come through to you real well. This song's called Handrail in the Dark. It's about rescue and recovery, really, about just two souls trying to reach out and help one another through some hard times. I wrote it during the early days of COVID. Handrail in the Dark. Here we go. Just tell me you're okay. I think I know what happened here. The roof has caved in on your life. Your heart got caught in there. And you're on shaky ground. But before it all comes crashing down, let me help you past the broken glass, safe and sound. Oh, and when worry blinds your heart and faith falls apart and the night hits too hard, I'll be your handrail in the dark and take you where you've never been. Make a brand new start, you'll never be afraid again. In the dark, just reach about the space between us, and I'll be there, your handrail in the dark. Whoa. We'll build promises into living things. We'll put up a home of stone and stories we believe, and we'll meet in the middle, and we'll get rid of the riddles, and we'll leave breathing room for when we disagree. And when worry blinds your heart and faith falls apart and the night hits too hard, I'll be your handrail in the dark and take you where you've never been. Make a brand new start, never afraid again. In the dark, just reach across the space between us, and I'll be there, your handrail in the dark. You say you'll never be the same, but love still knows your name, and I will take you where you've never been. Make a brand new start and never be afraid again. in the dark. Just reach across the space between us, and I'll be there, your hand in the dark. Take you where you never been, and you'll never be afraid again. In the dark, just reach across the space between us, and I'll be there, your handrail in the dark. Yes, I will, your handrail in the dark. Oh, yes, I will be your handrail in the dark. I'll be your handrail in the dark. Handrail in the dark. Woo. Thank you, thank you. Sorry about that. Here we go. All right. A little humid up here in Vermont. Guitar strings kind of, they push us around a little bit when we're dealing with the humidity. This is I'm in Vermont on the shores of Lake Champlain in a nice little house up here in Vermont. This song that I'm writing, I should say playing for you tonight, was actually written about 3 years ago on the shores of Lake Champlain. It was a hot, humid day about like this, but there was a nice breeze out of the south on that morning, and it made me think of a special moment a long time ago on another lake up in Maine. It's called Wind from the South. We were barefoot on a blanket, and I wanted to chase away the doubt. At the water's edge you leaned into me. I still can taste the chocolate on your mouth. Wind soft and warm as a whisper, and a radio singing us to sleep. And there's you and the stars, and nighttime guitars, reeling all the years back in reach. Just below the surface, we feel our way along, and eye to eye, too right to be wrong. It's a sweet summer fire, no water can put out, burning brighter with the wind from the south. How we loved when no one was looking, guilty of the sweetest kind of crime. Stolen scenes and you'd reach for me, and I played the thief every time. Just below the surface, we feel our way along, eye to eye, too right to be wrong. It's a sweet summer fire, no water can put out, burning brighter with the wind from the south. I keep a picture from the day we got married. We're grinning like we found the inside track. The clothes look dated, but the moment never faded, and we're sure not looking back. Just below the surface, we feel our way along, eye to eye, too right to be wrong. It's a sweet summer fire, no water can put out, burning brighter with the wind from the south. Sweet fire, no water can put out. Burning brighter than wind from the south, sweet fire no water can put out. Burning brighter with the wind from the south, sweet fire no water can put out. Burning brighter with the wind from the south, sweet fire no water can put out. Burning brighter with the wind from the south. Wind from the south. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Sorry about that squeaky chair. I'm going to try to move around it so it doesn't join in when it shouldn't in the music, right? We have, let's see. This is, I guess, a set of sort of slower tunes, but this is called The Bridge. It was late last night. Found the note on our front door. Your key was in the lock. You'd never left it there before. Your note was on the floor. Said this time you're gone for good. Time to look for something more. Steady rain falling, I can feel it blowing in. Restless rivers rising, levee caving in. Can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge between your heart and mine. I took your love for granted, thought you'd always be there. But now I feel an open wound that won't heal without you here. One night alone is one too many. Now the cost is clear. Heavy rain is coming, can't you feel it blowing in? And restless river rising, love is caving in. Can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge between your heart and mine. Waves of regret soaking in. I'll cross to your side and start again. Heavy rain is coming, I can feel it blowing in. Restless river rising and love is caving in. Can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge between. Can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge between your heart and mine. Your heart and mine. That's called The Bridge. It's a story about, I guess, what happens when path between two hearts, two souls goes unattended. Co-written with a friend of mine named Brad Harris. I guess I have one more in this set. We're going to do 4 each, and then 4 each again. So before Brian takes over, I'll share one with you that's got a little more energetic feel to it. We'll kick off the set, or bring this first set in with something a little lively. Called Old Fashioned Girl. Well, the music coaxed her off the street. She's always got a dance floor beneath her feet. And she might take you by the hand, but only 'cause she loves the band. You'll want her lipstick closed, but she 2 steps back before you know. So just bow when she lifts her glass and puts it down and dances past. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. Oh, she's smooth as 100 proof. She drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile. On Friday night, she dips a finger in, gives the ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Well, she slaps her hand down on my stool. Been so long since I've seen you. And here's to another dance. She got me drinking to a second chance. But she's a mystery and I'm a light, and takes me back to high school nights where I smiles, a forgotten kiss, a cup of comfort to our lips. And she's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. She's smooth as 100 proof, and she drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile. On Friday night, she dips a finger in, gives the eyes a swirl, and she's an old-fashioned girl. Well, the mix will hit me hard if I'm not careful, and she'll go straight to my head, but I can't let her. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. She's smooth as 100 proof, and she drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile. On Friday night, she dips that finger in, gives the ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Old-fashioned girl. Thank you, Brian.
Bravo, bravo. Woo. Looking forward to hearing that record, Nick. When's that coming out, or do you have a date?
I do have a date. The current plan right now is September 23rd. So the 3rd Friday in September, the album will be distributed on, the digital distribution services, and hopefully will start to make its way onto folk radio at some point after that as well. So it'll be exciting. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it's
excellent.
It's been a long and steady and exciting march. So it's almost coming to a conclusion, and then the real work starts, which means you get out and play and try to promote it.
Definitely. It is. It's a very tedious but very fun march.
Yes. Yeah. It's a march you know of. I know. So.
Yeah. I'm working on an album too, and
great.
Initially, August 30th was the date, but let's just say it's going to be a little bit later than that. But you know what? I'd rather do it right than do it quickly. So
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm officially, unofficially saying November. So we'll just
Excellent.
leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, I can't wait to hear it. I have a good idea, at least, of how nice it's going to sound hearing you play with the great music you've been playing on this show. So I'll stand down now and turn the tables over to you, sir. Carry on.
All right.
Can't wait.
All right.
Can't wait.
All right, looking forward to it. This tune is, I think, one of the first few tunes that I wrote coming back from this New England songwriters retreat that I'm always talking about. Nick and I met there quite a few years ago now. And in this one, I wanted to. I was trying to write a story song where one of the main characters, in this case, is a lighthouse. So this one's called The Lighthouse. The window on the lighthouse, the warm burning light in the air, salted panes in the waves down below. The chilly bitter cold of the night, whisker frost on the faces on the decks. You're coming home tonight. Heavy-eyed of the captain at the helm, need a warning, jagged rocks jutting up through the surf, the warm embrace of the light. Hey, old friend, like a smile from the shore, get them back again tonight. Cabin boy, he left his home at age 18. Upon a merchant ship, he would cook and he would clean. His mother, she would wait weeks, months on end. The cabin boy, she'd tell them, would be back again tonight. Back again tonight. Back again tonight. Back again tonight. Hey, old friend, please reveal to me the shore I surely cannot see. 100 souls, jagged rocks, and those 100 souls be lost at sea. Get 'em back tonight. Get us back tonight. Get us home tonight. Get us home tonight. Cold of the night, whisker frost on the faces on the decks. You're coming home tonight. Lighthouse. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sticking with the seafaring theme, a couple of deep tracks here. This that Lighthouse one, and then this next one. It's a lovesick. It's about a lovesick pirate. It's called Chumming the Sea. Little do I wait for the time to feel the water or bring the captain some wine. Seldom can I dream the time to sing about her, but I think about her all the time. Seldom do I skim off Davy Jones' locker. I'd be chumming the sea with my skin, hanging on for life on the side of a blank page, a bitter shot to the chin. I seldom wait for my time to go unnoticed. I seldom wait for my life to pass this moment. I seldom wait for my sight to go unfocused. I seldom wait for the night to pass in smoke. Solitude settles you when you're in a bottle or out on a seasoned plank. To lay dry upon the deck and take a shimmer as the storm it breached the bank. The cannonball splintered a hole in a side, their timber ribs split in two. Salty deck planks stained red of the tide as the bandits leveled the crew. They seldom wait for the crime to go unnoticed. They seldom wait for the life to pass this moment. They seldom wait for the sight to go unfocused. They seldom wait for the night to pass in smoke. They seldom wait for the crime to go unnoticed. They seldom wait for the life to pass this moment. They seldom wait for the sight to go unfocused. They seldom wait for the night to pass in smoke.
Very
Chumming
cool.
the sea. All right, just gotta switch to my guitar. Be right back. And we're back.
Beautiful mandolin playing, Brian. Nice.
Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, I don't break that little guy out very much, but I like it when I do. All right, this is a newer song. This one is called "Written in Ink." Take 3 steps, then your back's against the page. It's written in ink, although you see it bleeds. The written words from a shaky hand, from what you say. what is it that you meant to speak? Oh, oh, oh. You look both ways, then you're back across the street. It's beaten from age, from all those miles and wheels. The crosswalk fades from 1,000 steps you meant to take. What is it that you meant to see? I've been waiting for a sign to hit me in the face. It's been 3 years and the words are on the page. They're written in ink, and now you see they're real. The written words from a steady hand, from what you said, what it is that you meant to say. Thank you. So this next tune is one that I basically stole the name from a tune that had the same name that I wrote years ago. Years ago, the song by the same name. For whatever reason, I couldn't get it to not sound like Neil Diamond. There's nothing wrong with Neil Diamond, but I wasn't wanting to go with Neil Diamond. And now that I've basically revamped the entire tune, more or less just stole the title. This has nothing to do with Neil Diamond. I dive into some multiple time signatures throughout this. It's about basically being split, and one side versus the other side, and thinking about trying to hold those in upper positions accountable. This one's called Before These Days Have Come and Gone. The newspaper said just what I expected. The headline read just like this: the knife it slid indeed, like a jagged splinter. To the bone it ripped off flesh. politicians said, words left unspoken, preaching things they've said before. Another broken promise, we've been splittered again. The window pane is cracked, my friends. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Town hall we all stood, two sides divided. Our votes are cast to speak the truth. The farmer, your neighbor, her daughter, their words they bled down the broken street. They bled down the street. They bled down the wounded street. They bled down the street. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Before these days have come and gone. I think that's 4. All right, my man. You're up, Nick.
All right, my pleasure. That was very nice, Brian. All four. I love the reference. I think Whisker Frost, was it?
Yeah.
A great image.
Yeah. The Whisker Frost. Yeah, that one was a fun one to do. I enjoyed that.
Well, they're all great songs. I just like that image. It's very descriptive.
I was like envisioning Deadly's Catch. Used to watch that show. They would all have like the beard and covered in ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. It's I liked your term deep tracks. I could keep playing the one that's on the pieces of music that are on the Fountain Pen project that is coming out next month. But this was this is off the album Lost Weekend. It's called Don't Let Go. And the witnesses just watched an impending breakup between two lovers, I guess, and the witness is going to tell us what they saw. And maybe offer some words of help. We'll find out. It's called Don't Let Go. The end came fast, he made it clear this was her last chance. And down fell her tears, his words like a gun, such damage done. He said too much too soon. She was talking to a friend, it was nothing more. But he answered with a suitcase and a slamming door. Now he walks the streets alone by the light of a jealous moon. Oh, stop right there. Don't pretend that you don't care how this ends. You're on the edge, you're putting it on the line. But don't walk out, don't get caught on the tripwire of a jealous heart. Sometimes it takes time to do what's right. So don't let go until you try. Oh no, no. Well, now out in the city, he feels undone. His sad eyes stare at that phone, and was it worth the lonely night? Walking out just to prove you're right. Stop right there, don't pretend that you don't care how this ends. You're on the edge, you're putting it on the line. And don't walk out, don't get caught on the tripwire of a jealous heart. Sometimes it takes time to do what's right. Don't let go until you try. Oh, don't let go until you try. Is it cold tonight in freedom? And has anybody called? You know you'll never replace her, she's the one. She was always there to break your fall. Of a jealous heart. Sometimes it takes time to do what's right. Stop right there, don't pretend that you don't care how this ends. You're on the edge, you're putting it on the line. Don't walk out, don't get caught on the tripwire of a jealous heart. Sometimes it takes time to do what's right. But don't let go until you try. Don't let go until you try. No, 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 don't let go until you try. Oh, oh, oh. some deep tracks. Thank you very much. That's called Don't Let Go. I was in a songwriting contest once out in the West Coast, and this song actually won that night, but here's what happened. Real quick, I got halfway through the song and I forgot every lyric. First verse comes, got it done. Second verse comes, it evaporates. Totally forget. I stopped, turned to the kind and generous judges, and I just said, okay, sometimes this happens. I got to start this again. Anyway. And that's what happens sometimes. You just kind of smile and say, that's what happens. I'm just going to start this song again. That was called Don't Let Go. That's actually track 1, I think, on that old album, Lost Weekend. Anyway, kind of dwelling in the, I guess, the deep track area. This is also on Lost Weekend. And it's called Comfort in Your Cup. Sunrise and she's working at the diner. It's the place in town that never turns out the lights. For the couple in the corner booth, on their first date with the truth, she pours the coffee and gets them through the night. Now in a lunch counter world, there's 6 booths and a jukebox that plays you a daydream for a dime. Come in for homemade pie or a good old-fashioned cry. For coffee or confession, she's got time. She's a hometown girl, and the diner is the place, and she hears every prayer offered up. And if it's company you crave or the special of the day, either way, she'll pour comfort in your cup. Now she keeps a weathered picture of a blue dress and a corsage, and she's dancing in his arms at senior prom. Back then they talked all night, made a promise at first light, over breakfast in the diner at dawn. Now it's 10 years to the day since graduation. That's the day he said he'd never let her down. The classmates voted them most likely, and life got in the way, so he voted for the road straight out of town. But she's a hometown girl, and the diner is the place, and she hears every hungry prayer offered up. And the one she wants to say, well, she'll say out loud someday, but until then, she'll pour comfort in your cup. Just let her pour some comfort in your cup. Now she freshens her makeup in the mirror on the wall and rubber bands her hair back in place. And it's Friday again, and that's when he said he'd call. So lipstick traces her back on her face. She's a hometown girl, and the diner is the place. She'll be waiting whenever you show up. And if you're running late, she's saving you a place just so she can pour some comfort in your cup. Well, it's sunrise and she's working at the diner, the place in town that never turns out the lights.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So that's off an album called Lost Weekend. I think time to kind of go back, I guess, to the album that's coming out. And this is, I think, might be the first song on it. It's called, oh, hey, it helps if you put the capo in the right place. Here we go. Called Guitar is My Compass. And it's a story just of finding my way back to music after music and guitars became kind of a distant acquaintance for a while, became kind of a stranger. And this talks about how I found my way back, or so to speak, anyway. Guitar is my compass. My guitar is my compass. Winter 78, finally quit the band for a job back home with family. Just did not see the trouble coming down as my guitar became a stranger to me. Fresh out of school, steady paycheck in hand, my pocket full of cash. Had an office in the field, helping farmers work the land. Had 3 good years before the crash. Then the market broke the farms, and the banks came calling for the keys. I closed up shop, and I watched the bridges burn. My hometown wasn't home to me. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. And my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Went to work on Wall Street, found no peace of mind. Started playing downtown bars. Finally broke away, left the suits behind, and traded stocks for tips in a jar. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'm gonna find my home. And my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Here we go. On a corner, you'll find me now in Soho, playing like I'm paying off a debt. My guitar case catching quarters for a solo, but it's better than a promise never kept. Oh, it's better than a promise never kept. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. Yes, I will. Right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. And my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Oh, my song will be the stars I'm guided by. Now come, my friend, help me find my road. And now, won't you guide me home and be my compass when I go? All right. My guitar's my compass. Thank you, Brian. Sure. Appreciate it. Okay, so I guess we're down to the final piece of this second set. And I guess, let's see. This one's called Fountain Pen. It's the title track on the album. And it's about the challenge of turning an inanimate object into the voice of someone who's saying goodbye. Please don't hate me for what she makes me write. She's been talking to herself all night. Her trembling hand is steady now, thoughts come in clear. But she's leaving you one last souvenir. I am her only fountain pen, birthday gift you gave her back then. And I can't count the times she picked me up and put me down. But she's writing rain tonight, the way the ink is pouring out, and the words say you are out of time. They lay across the page like a field of mines, and there's no way out between the lines. I can't stop her from writing, it's the end. I am just a fountain pen, like a jet black arrow flying from her hand. I signed your name the day you traded wedding bands. An Italian summer postcard, late night letters back at school. Thoughts of devotion by two crazy loving fools. But tonight she's asking how it all went wrong, drawing lines straight to all you could have done. And question marks and margins weighing heavy so cold, and an exclamation point closing in to take its toll. Her words say you are out of time. They lay across the page like a field of mines, and there's no way out between the lines. And I can't stop her from writing, it's the end. I am just a fountain pen, her pain is out of hiding. She can't fake it anymore. The ink from my lips draws you a goodbye kiss, and she packs me in her suitcase, pins a letter to the door. Whoa, 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 whoa. The words say you are out of time. They lay across the page like a field of mines, and there's no way out between the lines. I can't stop her from writing, it's the end. I am just a fountain pen, and I can't stop before it's over the end. I am just a fountain pen.
Ooh, that last chord there, oh boy.
I guess it's making a point, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Or it's trying to, anyway.
Yeah, boy, you have this way of just like painting a picture with all of these songs. Yeah, you're like taken right there.
I appreciate that, Brian.
I like that line about the and I'm paraphrasing, like it's raining ink the way she's writing or something like that.
Sure. Yeah. My goodness. I'm trying to remember myself. It's my goodness, the way the ink is pouring out. She's writing rain tonight.
There we go. Yeah.
The way the ink is pouring out.
It's like out of context. It's always like, oh, what was that line? I can't remember. But.
Right. Writing rain tonight, the way the ink is pouring out. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Over to you, my friend. I want to hear some more great stuff.
All right. Excuse me. So this tune, I kind of started this tune with the idea that I wanted to come up with this melody with the guitar in the way that a good friend of mine, James Lee Baker, if you don't know his music, you should definitely check him out. He's a wizard on the guitar, and he always has these like lush melodies, and I was like, I want to write one like him, and I guess this was the closest I came. This one's called Into the Grain. It's about a little lovesick boy that feels like he's not seen by his love interest. Yeah, this one's called Into the Grain. And you probably hear my dog barking in the background. That's all right. Footing was slippery from the morning's hand as he climbed up out of the rain. Looked over his shoulder with tear-filled eyes. He slipped and fell into the grain. Sat there wishing the answers would come, stubborn as a dusty old bull. He'd been hiding up there from his mother's concern. The silo was 3/4 full. And into the grain, up to his ankles, and into the grain, up to his knees, and into the grain. He hollered out loud, but nothing came out, not even a scream. Into the grain, he panicked, he's sinking, he's sorry, he's scared, he couldn't see a way out of this. It was 3 days before when this all began. What trembles your heart, so my son? She doesn't know that I exist, said the boy with a shrug. That wish it'll never come true. And into the grain, up to his ankles, and into the grain, up to his knees, and into the grain. He hollered out loud, but nothing came out, not even a scream. Into the grain, he panicked, he's sinking, he's sorry, he's scared, he couldn't see a way out of there. never saw me, 'cause I never let her. My hands, they grow numb, I can't give in to fear. It won't take away my breath or wipe away my tears. And up to his elbows he can't feel his toes, up to his chest as he sings, up to his chin, then the panic stops. As his mother, she reaches right in. She hoisted him up by his wrists and pulled his aching lungs finally sprung free. Her face glistened red from her tear-filled eyes. Love was all she could see. And into the grain he learned his lesson, and into the grain he learned to breathe, and into the grain he learned how to see. Took all that he had, then he gritted his teeth into the grain to realize the truth. It's all he could do. He finally saw a way out of this.
Nice. That's a pleasure to listen to.
Thank you. Thank you. Pretty soon, I'll be drinking out of my Coffeehouse Folk mug. Stay tuned. Little shameless plug there. Speaking of shameless plugs, this next tune is the title track to my album. All of these tunes that I've played so far tonight, most likely will be on the album. I'm still deciding some of the tracks, but this one definitely will be on the album because it is the title track, so it's kind of required. But this one's called Early Morning Firefly. Like an early morning firefly and late night bird, shadows spin in circles, the clock strikes 10. I'm dreaming, it goes on, it goes on, it goes on in my head. Fear the awkward silence, the vicious cycle ends. Lips rumbling inside, push it out instead. Beneath an umbrella beginning to change, sweet rain beginning to change. Like an early morning firefly and late night bird. Beyond my lacking confidence, I wanna be her. Head rushes to the end, light bulb glows dim. Should I start from the end or begin again? Taking control of this, making me breathe, making me breathe again. Like an early morning firefly and late night bird. Beyond my lacking confidence, I wanna be her. Sorting out my reverence in a dogwood I perch. like an early morning firefly and late night bird. I'm standing here waiting there now. Decision made, winning games done. Scream down, whisper your ear. Can hear all it wants to. Oh, I'm standing here waiting there now. Decision made, winning games done. Scream now, whisper your ear. Can hear all it wants to. Oh, I'm standing here waiting there now. Decision made, waiting games done. Scream now, whisper your ear. Can hear all it wants to. Oh, I'm standing here waiting there now. Decision made, waiting games done. Scream now, whisper your ear. Can hear all it wants to. Thank you. Whew. Early morning firefly. That was actually the first song I ever wrote when I discovered Dadgad, which I'm starting to become a bit of a Dadgad junkie. If you know the guitar, that you know what I'm talking about. That's basically the tuning that I'm in, which is different from the normal standard tuning. A friend of mine who all about Dadgad had a hat that said Dadgad should be the new standard tuning for guitar. Cracked up all the guitar people. Anyways. This one's called Light Post. I could see the mist illuminated by the motion porch light. Feel it on my skin as I danced around the yard that night. Shivered down my neck like something watching in the dark. Could almost taste the air. 2 heavy storms are coming in tonight, and it's taking home, and it's leaving me with a cloth to draw on, and it's taking home, and it's leaving me with a cloth to draw on. But it's supposed to be my God, my light post. It's supposed to be my light at night, and it's supposed to be my God, my light post, and it is, and it's making me see the light. In a restless pace, neighbors spooked staring through the glass. Get me out of this place, eased by the whiskey in my flask. Empathy on my face, I'm thinking these shoes will bring me back. The moon swinging on a shoelace, the phase you find it in the farmer's almanac. And it's taking home, and it's leaving me with a cloth to draw on, and it's taking home,
and it's leaving me with a cloth to draw on, but it's supposed to be my God, my light post. It's supposed to be my light at night, and it's supposed to be my God, my light post, and it is, and it's making me see, but it's supposed to be my God, my light post. It's supposed to be my light at night, and it's supposed to be my God, my light post, and it is, and it's making me see the light, and it's making me see the light, and it's making me see the light, and it's making me see the light.
Thank you. I got one more for you. Oh, I need a little water after that one. Oh, man. Well, this has been super fun. I love doing this. Thank you so much for everybody coming to listen. Thank you so much, Nick, for being awesome. Brandon in the background, making us look good. It takes a while. No, but in all honesty, thank you everybody. Couldn't really put this all together without our little team here, and with the support of everybody watching and listening. This last tune is one about making big decisions, making the right decision, and admiring the person that made this decision. This one's called Pictures on Our Fridge.
I'm thinking about what you said to me last night, as I catch a glimpse of you outside the kitchen window. The wind, it blows your hair, it tickles your face, as you sit below the sycamore's evening shadow. There's nothing to fret about right now. We're together in this time and this place. You calmed my nerves and now my heart is full. Forever room for more, she smiled and said, this trip is only beginning. Basking on this bridge, we'll take lots of pictures and hang them on a new fridge. And in that moment I felt like time stood still. My soul, it took a deep long breath. The glow of your lips, that sweet mango lip balm. I can taste your words and feel them on my face. There's nothing left to say, I'm just so proud of you. made a choice and it's yours and it's all right. It's the light they say you see at the end of a tunnel, and we can see it now. In earnest, I didn't think that it could possibly work. You proved them wrong with a struggle, but kept your pain. You took those cracked, sweaty leather reins, weathered by hands, and trusted your fate. This trip is only beginning, basking on this bridge. We'll take lots of pictures and hang them on, and hang them on our new fridge.
It's a beautiful song, Brian. I love the story.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really fine.
It's I gotta say it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I can
on
imagine.
this album. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. I look forward to hearing. I like hearing it. I know you've played it before, and I think it's really. When you announce it, I kind of go, "Oh, good." I mean, that's what I do with all your music. But I'm just, it's like that just has a wonderful feel to it, though. Uplifting. A lot of love in those verses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Truly.
Very true. Very
Yep.
true.
Yep. Well, I guess it's time to say thank you for everybody. Brandon especially, thank you once again for helping us get our sound right, and in the sound check, just patiently working through everything with us. Certainly tonight, another night of your great work behind the camera and behind the curtain. And for everybody who's looked in and listened tonight, thank you very much. We'll be back again for sure on August 31, right? We have a very talented guest, Carol Wise, who's coming to us from Maine. And Carol is very accomplished and fine, very elegant songwriter, and just a superb storyteller. So we're lucky to have her with us on that night. And there'll be more from Brian and Nick for sure. And stay tuned for those mugs. Right?
Yeah, I think there's a link for them in the comment section if anybody's interested.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. I haven't paid attention to the chats. I've been listening to you. So there it is. For those who are contributing in the chats, thank you for being a part of our evening. And I guess that's, I guess the next thing is just to say goodnight and thank you, I guess.
I think so. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We do this for you, so we really appreciate it.
All right. All the best. Brian, thank you. Wonderful work tonight. Pleasure being with you again. Looking forward to our reunion in a couple of weeks.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
Great. Stay well, everybody. Good night.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Take care.